Good morning. It's a beautiful summer morning, beginning of July here in Northeast PA. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what you can still plant. It's not over yet. This is primarily for people in zones 5B to 7A, but later in the video I'll talk about how wherever it is you live, you can find out what's not too late to plant. So, first of all, you got to know your zone. I will post this picture up here. This is a planting zone chart. You can find it, well, this is Urban Farmer who put it out, but you can find it at arborday.org, almost anywhere on the internet. So we're right here in Northeast PA, which is zone 6, and right above us is zone 5B, and right below us is zone 7A. So without further ado, I'm going to jump to, I have a sheet I printed out because it's much faster for me to read it than to run it off the top of my head. So, if you're in that area, you can still plant. In fact, this goes all the way, let's see, July, let's start with July 7. This is how much of a geek I am with printing stuff out. But as late as July 7th, you can plant beans, beets, bok choy, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, collards, cucumbers, fast-growing cabbages. Look for late-season cabbages. Fennel, kale, lettuce, parsnips, peas, rutabagas, scallions, summer squash, Swiss chard, tatsoi. And if you go to the end of July, that list just gets a little shorter. Carrots can be grown and harvested right up until the time the ground freezes. I would add Brussels sprouts in there personally because Brussels sprouts can be harvested well into the winter. I mean, the ground can be frozen, you just cut them off at that level. I also have this from Urban Farmer, and you can go to their website. I'll post this too, but you can go right to their website. I'll put the link down in the description down there. And you can print it out for your zone. I don't agree completely with it. They have Brussels sprouts start season doors in May and transplant outside this time of year, which would mean it'd be too late for me to transplant. But since Brussels sprouts, they have harvest the end of October, Brussels sprouts, because like I said, can be harvested well into the winter. So I could probably, and I just might, if I have Brussels sprout seeds, plant some just to see for sure. So I want to talk a little bit about days to maturity. I'm going to make a whole nother video about that because there's a lot that people don't understand. But basically, if you're wondering if you can still plant something, look on the back of the packet. Usually will say days to maturity, or what I really like, this is Renee's seed. Now, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, except I am affiliated with Renee's, but that's not why I'm pushing it. If you go to my website and you buy seeds there, I make a couple pennies, but they actually have days to harvest. So this is beets, which I know I can plant this time of year, but it says 75 days to harvest. No, I'm sorry, 55 days to harvest. So that's all of July, all of August, into September I can harvest my beets and have pickled beets for the next 2 years. I do in fact have our garlic bed is going to be harvested early this year. We had exceptionally hot temperatures. I haven't seen this many days in the 90s in years, and we've even had a couple days over 100, which I haven't seen any in years. So our garlic bed, which is normally harvested first week of August, midweek of August, is probably going to be harvested in about 2 weeks. They're already starting to lay down. So when that happens, it's a good sign that they're done. I'll pull them out, replenish the soil, and fill it with beets. This is also known as succession planting. I do have a blog post on succession planting that I will post in the description below. You may have to click on the show more to get more information about that because there will be so many. The other information that I read to you I got from a site called JohnnySeeds.com, no affiliation, great company. Their seed catalog is like a gardener's Bible, especially for beginners gardeners. Their seeds are aimed primarily at farmers markets, but if you want to get an abundance of anything, they have the seeds for it. They have hybrid seeds, which are not GMO. They're actually natural crosses, like a tomato with a tomato, not a tomato with a fish, which is a GMO. So they'll have plants that are more disease resistant, bug resistant in some cases, or great producers. I once bought zucchini seeds called Cash Flow, which should have been an indication that we were going to get an abundance, and we were like zucchini to the max that year. I wonder if they still make them. So if you want to get a lot of seeds, go there, but they do have one page that has links to an enormous amount of information on when to start, when to harvest, all of that stuff. Days to maturity doesn't tell you when the plant's going to be ready. It just tells you when it's going to start producing flowers. I will link my blog post on days to maturity because I think that information is very important to learn. Have a great day. Keep planting. Bye.